WWE Universe. I'm your host today, and we've got a story that's got the wrestling world buzzing like never before. You're about to hear about one of the most shocking and violent moments in WWE history that has left fans on edge and the future of a superstar uncertain. Here's the hook that's going to pull you in and keep you locked. Gunther's violent actions on the Raw after WrestleMania have finally caught up with him, and now WWE is officially stepping in. That's right, the former World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, went on a rampage during the Raw after WrestleMania 41, attacking Michael Cole and choking out Pat McAfee in a shocking display of rage. WWE has now suspended him indefinitely and fined him an undisclosed amount. But here's the twist. Pat McAfee isn't backing down. He's fired up, calling out his haters and vowing to keep going no matter what. So, the big question now is this the end of Gunther's WWE run, or is it just the beginning of a brutal new chapter? We're about to unpack everything: the incident, the suspension, McAfee's fiery response, and what this all means for the future of WWE. So, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and buckle up. This is Suplex Saga, and we're diving deep into the chaos of Gunther's meltdown. The Raw after WrestleMania 41, a night to remember. Imagine it, the Raw after WrestleMania 41. The night where anything can happen, the arena packed to the brim, and the energy electric. Fans are still riding the high from Jey Uso's shocking upset over Gunther to win the World Heavyweight Championship earlier in the night. The atmosphere is electric, filled with celebration, anticipation, and the exhilarating chaos that follows the grandest event of the year. Uso's victory over Gunther at WrestleMania had everyone buzzing. Fans were chanting in unison, celebrating the victory like it was their own. The show had a feel-good vibe, with Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso bringing the energy. But not everyone was in the mood to celebrate. Enter Gunther, the Austrian powerhouse known for his brutal chops and iron will, a man who was seething after his monumental loss. He'd just lost his title after a historic 259-day reign, and the fans weren't letting him forget it. As he made his way to the ring, the crowd taunted him relentlessly with chants of, "You tapped out," a brutal reminder of his submission loss to Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Gunther, never one to back down, snapped. His frustration, embarrassment, and anger reached a boiling point, and he charged toward the commentary desk where Michael Cole and Pat McAfee were calling the action. Gunther's violent outburst, choking the commentators. The atmosphere quickly shifted from celebratory to tense as Gunther stormed the commentary booth. His eyes were burning with fury, and every step he took seemed filled with the promise of chaos. Gunther made a beeline for Michael Cole, blaming him for what he perceived as biased commentary, praising Jey Uso and mocking his loss. The crowd was still buzzing with chants, but there was an underlying tension building as Gunther's anger reached a breaking point. Michael Cole, ever the professional, tried to de-escalate the situation. "I'm not the one who tapped out," Cole said, attempting to calm Gunther down. But the words seemed to enrage the Austrian even more. Without warning, Gunther grabbed Cole, knocking his headset off and locking him into a rear-naked chokehold. The crowd gasped in shock, and commentators went silent as the arena was left stunned at the sight of one of WWE's most dominant champions attacking a commentator in such a brutal manner. But the chaos didn't stop there. Pat McAfee, who was sitting beside Cole, wasn't about to let this slide. A former NFL punter with a fiery personality, McAfee wasn't going to sit idly by while his broadcast partner was being assaulted. McAfee launched himself at Gunther, tackling him with the intent to stop the attack. But Gunther was relentless. He turned his fury on McAfee, locking him into another chokehold, squeezing the life out of the commentator in front of a shocked WWE Universe. Security and WWE officials rushed to the scene, and it took a small army of people to pull Gunther off both Cole and McAfee. By the time they managed to break up the altercation, McAfee was sprawled on the floor, unconscious, his body limp as chaos continued to reign throughout the arena. The damage had been done, and the wrestling world was left in stunned silence as Raw cut to commercial. The fallout. WWE takes action. When Raw returned from commercial, the cameras focused on Adam Pearce, WWE's general manager, who was backstage. He stood alongside Michael Cole, who had refused to take the night off despite being assaulted earlier. "I'm not letting a bully stop me from doing my job," Cole said with steely resolve, his voice steady, but his eyes burning with a mix of anger and defiance. Pat McAfee, meanwhile, was absent from his usual position. Joe Tessitore, a temporary replacement, filled in for McAfee for the rest of the show. But even though the broadcast continued, the damage had been done. Gunther's actions had sent shockwaves through the WWE universe, and it was clear that WWE wasn't going to let this slide. Fast forward to April the 25th, 2025. WWE dropped a bombshell. A video from Adam Pearce surfaced on Twitter, where he addressed Gunther's actions. In the clip, Pearce confirmed that both Cole and McAfee were okay. McAfee was covering the NFL draft, and Cole was preparing for the next Raw. But the big news was the punishment. Gunther had been fined an undisclosed amount and suspended indefinitely. In the video, Pearce didn't mince words. "Your actions were reprehensible and disgusting," he told Gunther directly. After conferring with the representation of all three men, Gunther has been fined and suspended indefinitely. WWE didn't provide details on the fine or the length of the suspension, leaving fans to speculate wildly about what comes next for Gunther. WWE's decision? A mixed reaction from fans. This isn't the first time WWE has suspended a wrestler for attacking non-wrestlers. In 2018, Brock Lesnar was suspended for going after Kurt Angle and the commentary team, though that was part of a storyline. Similarly, in 2007, Randy Orton was fined for attacking John Cena's father. These punishments often come with a layer of kayfabe used to advance storylines and build tension. But in Gunther's case, fans are left wondering whether there's more to it. The WWE universe is split down the middle. Some fans believe the suspension is deserved. Gunther crossed a line by choking out commentators, a group of individuals typically outside the physical chaos of WWE matches. Others see the suspension as a creative decision to build even more heat and to give Gunther some time off. According to Cage Side Seats, the indefinite suspension could be a way to write Gunther off TV temporarily, allowing WWE to reset his character. McAfee's fiery response: "This is just the beginning." If you thought Pat McAfee would take this lying down, think again. McAfee has proven time and again that he's no stranger to conflict, both inside and outside the ring. On the Pat McAfee Show, he didn't hold back. McAfee revealed that after the attack, he was taken to a medical facility in Las Vegas to be checked for a potential neck injury. "I certainly lost consciousness after what happened," McAfee admitted, his voice a mix of anger and defiance. But it was McAfee's message to his haters that stole the show. "Everybody that said they're happy it happened to me, I hope we meet in person so I can punch you in the face," McAfee said, sending shockwaves through social media. His fiery words lit a fire under the WWE universe, and it's clear that McAfee isn't just a commentator, he's a fighter, and he made it clear he's not backing down. The final word. The chaos is far from over. The WWE universe remains sharply divided over Gunther's shocking attack and indefinite suspension. Some fans believe WWE made the right call, reinforcing boundaries and protecting the integrity of the commentary team. Others argue this is classic storytelling, chaotic, unhinged, and exactly what makes wrestling exciting. Regardless of which side you're on, one thing's undeniable. This storyline has captured everyone's attention. Gunther's brutal assault on Michael Cole and Pat McAfee has shaken the foundation of Raw, and the fallout continues to ripple across WWE. With McAfee's fiery response and speculation swirling about a potential in-ring showdown, the tension is higher than ever. Whether this leads to a suspension-defying return, a grudge match, or a character reinvention, Gunther's next move will be must-see television. One thing is for sure, the chaos is far from over, and the WWE Universe will be watching every second of what comes next.